In this tutorial, I'll show you how to program yourself a new key using this simple key kit. This video is going to be for the Dodge vehicles listed on the back here, the Charger 11 to 17 and Journey 11 to 17. If you're looking for a different model or model year or make, we have a video for that as well on our channel. They're just divided into these different boxes and even then more into different models and years because they use different codes. So if this isn't the video you're looking for, check out our channel and we should have you covered. But either way, I'll show you everything you need to know to use one of these simple key kits to do this DIY solution yourself at home. So let's just start by opening up the box and seeing what we have inside. The whole process just takes a few minutes. Let's walk you through step by step. So inside the box, we have our user guide. This is the easy installer and a new key fob that we will be programming. The only other thing you need is a key that is currently paired to your vehicle, the one that you currently use. I'll just be using this as an example, but you will need to have a working key with you to get this done. If you don't, it's not going to work. And the key inside of here on your new key fob, the valet key, you can get this cut at your convenience. It will come obviously uncut. You don't need to do this before starting the pairing process, but you will want to get that done at some point. The first thing you want to do out of the box is look on the easy installer and make sure that this seal here is not missing or damaged and that it does not say void. It comes protected like this because if this easy installer has been used on a different vehicle, it will not work with your vehicle. So if this is damaged, missing, or says void, you'll want to return this entire kit at the retailer where you purchased it and get yourself a new one. And one thing to note is that depending on what your key fob, what functions your key fob had before, basically you just can't add new functions with this new key fob. So if your old key does not have this trunk button, you can still program this, but this will not work. You can't add functions in the pairing process. We can now start by activating our new key fob. We'll do this by entering in a 3-digit code using these buttons. I'll show you on screen now what your code will be based on which car you have, which year and model you have. So just look for your key fob, make sure that your make and model is listed under there and write down that code. And one note for those of you that have a Dodge Charger with this 5-button key fob, if yours has a red shell, your code will be 121. That's only for those of you that have the Charger red shell 5-button key fob. That code, once more, will be 121. So I'll show you how to enter in the code 113. We'll start by pressing lock and panic simultaneously. You can see the blue light will come on and stay on. That means it's ready to receive our code. Now I'll enter in the first digit with lock, the second with panic, and the third with unlock. So 113 would be 1 press of lock, 1 press of panic, and 3 of unlock. 2, 3. Now I'll press lock and panic once again, and this light should blink back our code. 1, 2, 3. So you can see there was a 1, pause, 3. You can try to enter in your activation code as many times as is necessary. It won't cause any problems. But once we move on to the next step, which is pairing, you do not want to try to enter in another activation code. That will cause your device to not work. Our next step is to hop in our vehicle to begin the pairing process. You'll want to grab everything here, your user guide, easy installer, new key, and the old working key that you currently use with your vehicle. You want to first locate the OBD port inside of your car. I'm going to show you on screen an image of an OBD port that is usually down under the dash, almost at the level of your pedals. If you can't seem to find it, check out your owner's manual of your car, and that should tell you exactly where your OBD port is. Once you get that located, you can get inside of the vehicle, close all of the doors, put it in park, make sure that it is off, and put the hazard lights on, and we can begin. We'll first set the dial position of the Easy Installer. You can see there are 8 numbers here on this dial. All of you watching this video using these Dodge vehicles should have your dial position set to 1. If you're following this along and you have a different make or model that you're doing, you want to reference your user guide and set this accordingly. As I mentioned, there are different codes, different settings. That's why we do these videos based on the models listed on the box. But everyone watching with these Dodge vehicles, just go ahead and set it to 1, and that's all you need to do for now. One thing to note is that once you plug this Easy Installer into the OBD port, you will want to work quickly. You'll have about 5 minutes to get this process done before it automatically times out, and you'll hear a beeping sound coming from the Easy Installer, and you'll just have to start the pairing process again. So just be aware of that, just work at a steady pace and follow these instructions, and you shouldn't have any problem. What we want to do first, now that everything is set up, we want to start the engine. So having your original key present, you'll start the engine. You can now remove the seal from this Easy Installer and firmly plug it in to the OBD port. Once the device has been plugged in, you'll just wait up to 8 seconds and listen for 3 beeps coming from the Easy Installer, which sounds like this. You can now turn the ignition off. Come over here to the top of the Easy Installer and find this button. Press that once. Now that you've pressed the button, take your new key and press the unlock button 10 times at 1 second intervals. And you can time those presses to the sound of your hazard light if you'd like, but that will just look something like this. 2, 3, 4, and you keep doing that up until 10 clicks. Once you've done that, wait up to 5 seconds and listen for 3 quick beeps from the Easy Installer again, which sounds like this. If at any point while you're pressing that unlock button, you hear those beeps, you can stop, you're done. Those beeps just mean that you have completed the step and you're ready to move on. If you continue pressing up to 10 times and you don't hear anything after waiting, you can just continue pressing at 1 second intervals until you hear the beeps. If you hear anything other than 3 beeps, if you hear a series of beeps more than 3, an error has occurred, so you'll just want to skip ahead to the end of the video where I will discuss those errors with you. After you've heard the 3 beeps, once more, press this button on the Easy Installer. You'll wait a few seconds and you should hear a chime sound, which sounds like this. That chime sound means that you have finished the pairing process and this new key is now paired to your vehicle. This new key and your old key will continue to work with your vehicle, and you can actually use this Easy Installer to continue pairing up to a total of 8 keys to your vehicle. This will continue to work with your vehicle, but it won't work with any other vehicles. It will be paired to your vehicle. And how you would do that, if you had an extra key that you wanted to pair, you would just activate it exactly as I showed you, and you'd start the pairing process over again from 0. So you'd have to unplug this. When you finish pairing your first key, of course, unplug this, don't forget. But if you wanted to start again, make sure you reset to 0. So unplug the OBD port, be in your car with all of the keys paired to your vehicle present, close the doors, put it in park, turn the hazard lights on, and then begin the pairing process again. I'll now go over the frequently asked questions. There may have been an error that you ran into, and we'll just get that sorted out right now. Again, this is on page 5. Also would like to direct you over to page 7, where you can find the technical support number. You can see that right there. So let's see. If the Easy Installer beeps 8 times after pushing the button to start the pairing process, this means that a total of 8 keys have already been paired to your vehicle. There is a limit to 8 keys that can be paired to any one vehicle, and that this process will not work if that limit has been reached. So they're telling you to just give them a call at that number and they will help to get you sorted out. It's asking if I can use the same Easy Installer on other vehicles. No, you cannot. It will be paired to your vehicle and it will not work on other vehicles. If when you try to use your Easy Installer, it sounds 2 beeps at 1 second intervals and then beeps rapidly, this means that your device has already been used on another vehicle and you'll need to get that returned or purchase another one. It's saying here, if the Easy Installer sounds 2 or 3 beeps at 1 second intervals 3 times and then beeps continuously, there are 2 errors there. So if you're hearing 2 beeps, 2 beeps, 2 beeps, and then constant beeping, that means that, as I just mentioned, the key has been paired. The Easy Installer has been used on another vehicle and it won't work. If you hear the same thing, but with 3 beeps, 3 beeps, 3 beeps, 3 beeps, constant beeping, this means that the original key is not detected. So you'll need to make sure that at least one existing working key is present in the car with you when you're doing the pairing process. And you'll need to start the pairing process over from 0. So remove the Easy Installer and then start again. It says that the new key won't pair to my car. This is usually just the result of an incorrect dial position. So as I mentioned, all of you should be using the dial position 1. If it was set to 2, you might go through all of the steps and it just simply won't work. So you want to double check and make sure that that is set to 1 and then give it another try. And the Easy Installer was unplugged during the pairing process. This will interrupt your pairing process, but it won't cause any issues. You'll just need to start over from 0. So make sure that the Easy Installer is unplugged, turn the car off, close all the doors, put it in park, and then start the pairing process again. And lastly, it says the vehicle won't start with a new or old key after attempting to pair. They're just telling you to give them a call at that customer service number, and hopefully they can help you out there. So that's it. That's how you pair a new key to your Dodge vehicle. I hope you found this easy to follow and it helped you out. These kits are really great and they are so much cheaper than getting yourself a new key at the dealership. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.